So welcome to another Tech Talk on a Tuesday. If you watch that guy down there on the bottom screen really carefully, every once in a while, his body will just disappear and meld into the nether, apparently, because that's one of my favorite things right now. We might just do this for an hour. Like, screw everything we're going to talk about. Let's just watch this transformation of Seth from Boyd into whatever he's going to become after this. Welcome, Seth. Thanks for joining us.
Nice to be here. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. So what you guys got going on? What do you want to talk about? We should probably feel like there's only 5 people here. I feel like we should play a tune, share this out all over the places, and then do the frickin' crashy rocket thing, and then just get right into it. What do you guys think? All right, cool. Let's do this.
The silence when the sun comes up is power.
Where we go on, we go on. 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 Together we cannot fall. Together we cannot fall. Where we go on, we go on. Together we cannot fall. The silence when the sun comes up. Family we are building. Community and the tribe. Together we cannot fall. Together we cannot fall. Where we go on, we go. Together we cannot fall. Together we cannot fall. Where we go on, we go on. Together we cannot fall. Silence when the sun comes up. This is power. Silence when the sun comes up. This is power. Family, we are building. The community and the tribe. We sing to power. We are the tide. We are the tide. We are the tide. And the tide is rising. It's rising. It's rising. It's rising. It's rising. Together we cannot fall. Together we cannot fall. Together we cannot fall. Together we cannot fall. Where we go on, we go on.
Oh, and then there's this really terrible, but now nostalgically fueled, crappy intro. Welcome to Tech Talk on a Tuesday, where Corey and Jimmy talk to smart people about tech that is way above their head, but intensely informative, super fun. Sooner or later, somebody's going to make an inappropriate joke. We're definitely going to give away a bunch of NFTs. And quite frankly, we're just going to learn a whole ton. If you have any ideas about who we should have on Tech Talk on a Tuesday, please let us know by adding us in the comments or just finding us. Just stalk us down. It's fine. Just talk to us. Tech Talk on a Tuesday. All right, that's enough of that. Let's get into some gratitudes, and then we'll go do the thing.
I don't know. I'm not sure if you're allowed to say that. I don't think there's never enough of that. You're right. It has a nostalgia all its own.
It does. It's weird. Oops.
It belongs in a museum in the Uplift somewhere, someday.
Clearly. There's the tower.
And a shooting star. Make a wish.
What's going on over here?
Yeah, there's a dog
now.
I don't know who brought it. I think maybe one of the dudes from from our last stream with the Neon City guys brought the dog actually, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so I think we should call him Butch.
There we go.
Just because I think dogs that are named Butch are really cool. So can we call him Butch?
I mean, how could I say no to you, Jimmy? I'm grateful for Jimmy. Like, I was gone for a while. Everything just kept running. I'm gonna be gone for a little while next week. It's like probably gonna be cooler. You guys are gonna be like, oh, please don't let that shit at Corey come back. Because he's got like a bunch of like really, really cool guests next week. It's gonna be really good. So yeah, that's it. Best YouTube partner any human could have. Seth, go.
I'm grateful for electric cars.
I like it. The random and nice.
I like it. I like it a lot. Any particular reason? You don't need one. Just curious.
No, I definitely need one. I'm getting one soon. So.
Oh, nice. All right. What kind of electric car are you getting?
SUV.
Oh yeah. Cool. Cool.
I mean, you may as well go big.
Go big or go home.
So it's funny because this kind of ties into what you were saying, but I'm grateful for weekends because for a really long time we didn't have weekends, but you know what they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder, and I'm always excited on a Monday or a Tuesday to jump back in here and do this with you and talk about all the things that like you don't know or that I don't know or that like things that we kind of got in our downtime. I think that's really important.
I agree. Hey, D2 Dreamer, what happened to the announcement that was mentioned as tomorrow or Monday on Telegram regarding our Planet Uplift? It's not my announcement to make. Ask Bonds. They're going to announce when they're ready. I can't make them be more ready. I know they were testing stuff all weekend. I know they're on it. Didn't happen. I thought it was going to happen Friday, then Monday at the latest. Didn't happen. So things take time. It is what it is.
So Joe is asking a question here, and I'm not really sure what this means, but he's asking, does Boyd and Uplift land have any correlation? Well, I mean, Boyd has a plot in the Uplift, probably one of the better design plots, definitely the first better design plots, with a whole story built in to it that's going to relate to the game that's coming out probably, in the next little bit. No timeline or no dates exact per se, but the collaborative game that Boyd's creating with Blockbase. And so, I mean, I guess there's correlation. They're a big part of our community. They're a big part in helping us, do this thing that we do in the Uplift metaverse on multiple levels. So they're really good friends of ours.
Agreed. I'm just getting a couple more gratitudes on from the people in here.
So while you do that, let's talk about Eden on EOS. So what came out of Eden on EOS was if you caught our Crypto Writer Roundtable, it should be in the links below under the Crypto Writer playlist that we post on our channel. We talked a lot about EOS.io. We talked a lot about EOS PowerUp.io. And EOSPowerUp.io is a way for basically users to be able to go in and without signing into their wallet, put their wallet name in there and get like a little bit of a CPU boost so that they can actually do some transactions. And this was actually funded by Chris Barnes ran and won, and so some of that 1,000 EOS that was in the pool for the Eden on EOS came back to Boyd, I guess John Boyd, to create a better version or a new version, or I don't really know if it's new or better, but now you can do it right from Telegram, which is pretty cool. I tested it out today. You don't even have to like leave Telegram. You can just go to the Telegram bot basically, and you put your account name in there, and it powers your account up, which is pretty crazy, right? Like you don't even have to go to the PowerUp site. So that was pretty cool. That's one of the tools that the guys behind Boyd have made. The other one, which we're more going to focus on today and show you today, is the PowerPools.io. So maybe Seth, what is PowerPools? Like it's a DeFi app. What can you tell us about it?
Well, the whole concept was to reward users of Boyd originally, but it can be used for other projects. To reward for providing liquidity on DeFi box. So if you make a commitment to have some sort of liquidity on a chosen pair. So at the moment we have an EOS Boyd pair, which is when you freeze EOS and Boyd into DeFi box, you will get box H tokens. And by holding those box H tokens, you will be rewarded with Boyd power. So in theory, this should cover any impermanent loss that you might get in by providing the liquidity.
So for people that might not be aware, just to slow down a little bit. So DeFi Box is a platform where you can provide liquidity, and it doesn't matter whether you're using Boyd or whether you're using another project, but whenever you provide liquidity, you get a placeholder token in your account. And in the case of the Boyd EOS pair, I believe it's Boyd H, right? Is that what you said?
Yes, that's the token, yeah, that you get.
Like,
so you need to hold it in your account that is tied to your Boyd account, and this way you will get this additional bonus. So if someone doesn't have a device for various reasons, like maybe you have an old laptop that just doesn't do much, it might be overheating, but you still want to be part of Boyd, you can support Boyd by providing liquidity, and you will be rewarded with the Boyd power. And that Boyd power is actually very important for the coming game, because the ships will be, like the ships in the game will be powered by the Boyd power, by the Boyd powered stake actually. So it's a combination of a few things together.
So again, if we take a step back, like Boyd is actually an application that people can run to utilize their spare CPU and GPU, and they run complex, mathematical calculations with that kind of in a group hive type of way to be able to solve some like problems. For example, I think last season was dedicated to like coronavirus research or something like that, and usually it happens in teams where you can choose your team, and a lot of teams give different prizes away, and depending upon how much Boyd you have staked, that's the amount of Boyd returns that you will get for lending out your spare CPU and GPU. Sorry, go ahead.
To reply to Joe, PowerPools, you can log in through Anchor Wallet to PowerPools. you cannot log in yet to app Boyd, but you can log in with Anchor to PowerPools.
Hey, so is this? Yeah, I'm not sure this is necessarily the case, right? LP losses, so impermanent losses from volatility or offset by the power of staking the LP tokens to PowerPools, right?
Yeah. So you make a commitment. So you say that, okay, I will provide liquidity of so and so tokens for a period of, let's say, 1 month. And for that 1 month, you will be rewarded with Boyd power. So maybe we should start from the beginning. Like if you go to DeFi box.
So, but maybe before we start, can you explain the difference between Boyd power and Boyd tokens? Actually, I think that's important.
Well, Boyd tokens. So Boyd power is needed, or let's go start from the beginning. So first, you do some calculations for, let's say, open pandemics projects, which is on World Community Grid, and for each work unit completed and confirmed, you will be rewarded with Boyd power, and Boyd power at the end will generate you some Boyd tokens, which you can stake to maximize your rewards. Because there's actually a calculator on the app Boyd side where you can see that there's a huge difference in rewards between, like, if you don't stake or you stake some tokens. So if you stake more tokens, you will actually get more rewards. So Boyd token, like we've been working on adding additional utility for the token, and it will be used in the coming game. So, for example, so I think if you actually went to the calculator side, you would see it better, and it would be easier to explain.
Which is the calculator site?
I sent you the link. It's
I got it.
staking.
Yep,
Yeah,
I'm headed there now.
Sorry. Yeah. So basically, right, like you have a token and then you have this power. And when you stake more or you power up more, then the reward that you get back in Boyd is going to be more than if you have less Boyd power, right? So the more Boyd power you have, the higher your return and the higher your reward in the Boyd app. But now also too, this will, with the PowerPools.io,
instead of running a device, you can just provide the liquidity, and you will have exactly the same thing. So you will get Boyd power. So in here you can see, like for example, if you have 20,000 Boyd power, it shows you your Boyd potential earnings. So this is per day. You can just change it to a week or a month, and you can see the difference. And you can see that from providing power, you will get much less earnings than if you add stake to your Boyd power. So if you have a calculator there, so with Boyd stake, like if you change that amount to, I don't know, let's say 10 million or something like that, you will see that this value will actually change. And I think there's an issue with oh yeah, okay, now we can see it. Yeah, so like when you change this value, you can see, depends from how many tokens you stake, you will earn more. So this max powered stake, this value is actually very important for the coming game, because this will be like translated in a way into a battery, which will be used in the game. So with higher max powered stake, you will probably have like more chance to be better in the game, like more powerful in a way.
So when's the game coming out? I love that.
Start testing next week, like an early alpha. Yeah.
Cool.
So the concept
All right.
behind the game is quite interesting for those of you that don't know. It's kind of a team-oriented like strategy game, and it's designed to be fun, but it's also designed to showcase the use case of certain technologies that are backing the game. So it kind of takes that community thing where the Boyd team mining, kind of excelled at and drops it into the game as well. I think, and it's going to be really fun, right? So one of the issues was that, like, as Seth mentioned before, what if you don't have a computer that you can set up and run a miner device? Will you be excluded from the game because you kind of need to have that Boyd power to play the game? Well, the answer to that is no, because now you can provide liquidity on Box, DeFi Box, and I'm going to sneeze, sorry. You provide liquidity on DeFi Box. And with that placeholder token, which I think is really ingenious in itself, right? Because usually when you provide liquidity, you get a placeholder token in your wallet, but there's no use case for it. So now actually what the Boyd PowerPools has done is it's given that placeholder token the ability to be used for something else. And by holding that in your wallet, now you can actually, we'll go over it, what happens next, but it gives it that use case to that placeholder token and allows you to generate in tandem with commitments your Boyd power that you could potentially use for the game. And that's really cool.
Is Corey frozen? No, I'm literally just analyzing all this stuff and making plans, man. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be neck deep in this shit. That's really, if you want to take anything.
Yeah, so like you can see that like if you go to the homepage, you should have a list of teams which are active now on Boyd, and that's how this is gonna look in the game. So each team will play against each other. So if you're gonna have a stronger team, you have higher chance of winning.
So can the Uplifters channel have a team?
Yeah, we totally need it.
Yes, of course.
All right, buckle up.
Yeah, so there's a catch here because we don't want to overpower teams which have, like, let's say, like users that have over 100,000 Boyd power, for example. So the only amount that actually counts that goes through the game is that max powered stake from the last screen that you saw.
Okay.
And the max powered stake is like there is this maximum amount, even with incredibly high power, that like you cannot go higher above that value. So this way the game should be balanced enough for everyone to enjoy. It doesn't matter like how many incredibly powerful players particular team has.
Okay.
Remember when they said that about Bitcoin?
Yeah, kind of. All right, that's fun.
So maybe we should just go to DeFi Box now and just like show.
Yeah, legit. So like, yeah, I want to get a position in PowerPools. Show us the way.
So the first step is to actually go to DeFi Box and add some liquidity.
Now, can the liquidity be anything that involves Boyd, or does it have to be a specific pair?
I think it's got to be Boyd EOS, right?
At the moment, we only set up, as this is a new thing, we only set up a EOS Boyd pair. So you go to liquidity tab up there, and you press add liquidity. And in here, you can actually see how many Box H tokens you will be rewarded. So if you start typing some values in, on the bottom, above confirm button, you can see how many Box H tokens you will get.
Yep.
So
actually, you know what? So I'm actually going to swap half my EOS for Boyd on this little account here. Hopefully
your 500,000 EOS.
My 500,000 EOS is like 10.
Yeah, so you will need some
and these
Boyd to have like a security, like collateral for your deposit for your commitment in PowerPools.
Yeah.
And also, like, for example, so we're actually tracking on on chain all the time what is happening with those commitments. And if someone decided to withdraw his liquidity, but he had an active commitment, he will be slashed. So that security that he provided will be slashed and rewarded to all the people who actually kept their word and still provide the liquidity.
So this is important. Like at any point during, because they're all timed, right? So I think I picked one that was like 6 months or 180 days or whatever it was when I did my initial one. So I can take my liquidity out of DeFi box whenever I want. But if I do that before that date, then the stuff that I have staked, is basically going to get cut, right? Like there's basically like
So the thing is that we don't have any control over your box H tokens because they stay in your account. You cannot stake them. You don't do anything to them. You just say that I will leave them where they are for 6 months, for example.
Got it.
Right?
Yeah.
The only thing that we get in the contract is that security, that a deposit,
collateral or whatever,
which you will lose if you're not gonna stick to your word. And then it's slashed and rewarded to everyone who are have active commitments. So it's like a reward for sticking to,
So basically, like you lose it if you leave early, but everybody else gets a share of it.
Exactly.
That's cool. I'll tell you this right now. I'm not leaving early. I freaking love this shit. So,
just be careful too. One thing as well, right? Like it's not at the end of the contract. It's the whole contract time, right? Like, so if you like move it or you sell it, like you fall below, you get slashed. It doesn't matter if you put it back the next day, right? Like
exactly.
Once you're below,
because it's almost instant. We actually run on the back end that it's every 10 minutes or so that we actually check what's happening.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so basically, like, if you put this in here, do not touch it at all until the time, right? I actually have a calendar.
Or touch it, because we are.
I guess. Yeah, no.
To receive our rewards, right?
Well said. It's really good. Yeah, if you guys wanna shit the bed and screw up, cool. Don't though. Let other people do that. Not anybody in the Uplifters family. If you're gonna do this, set a calendar date for like a few days after the deadline. Make sure you don't mess that up. Do not move your Box H tokens. So hey, for the commitment, like I've got, what I guess we could look at some of the levels, right? Because I forgot, like I was just gonna get a bunch of Box H tokens, but I actually need some free Boyd, right? To make sure that
with this kind of liquidity that you're gonna provide, you probably want to start with the bronze pool, one of the bronze pools, and the minimum deposit is 5,000 Boyd.
Oh, that's
for holding 50,000 Box H tokens. So you need to have at least 50,000 Box H tokens.
Yeah. Okay. So this is going to give me 5, and so I'm changing the number here, guys, and I'm and down here it tells you how much you're going to get, right? So this is like 51,000 or whatever. So let's maybe just do 4.8. I'm like nickel and diming the EOS right now. Whatever. Okay. So boom. Let's get the Box H. Got some stuff. Okay. And then we could come over to the thing.
Okay, cool. So now
I'll swap screens over to the PowerPools. Yep. Okay, so this is the 5,000 one you're talking about. That's the minimum is like 1,000 over here. Nobody needs that. Come on now. We could do better than that.
So gold pools are most profitable in a way for the Boyd power.
For this one it says I'm not holding enough. I wonder why that is. I only have 48,000. That's weird. I thought I just got more.
Yeah, it seems that you maybe during the time that you were getting those tokens, the price changed or moved, and you didn't get enough box
Yeah,
age
no, that's
tokens.
fine. I'll get more. It's fine.
I can send you something if you need it.
I might need. Oh, and I don't have enough Boyd either. That's dumb.
Yeah, well, drop your address in the private message, and I can send you some Boyd. Easy enough.
Okay, cool. All right.
So in the future, we're actually gonna be dropping NFTs to people who are, providing liquidity, who are part of the PowerPools, because the coming game will have loads and loads and loads of NFTs.
That's fun. I'm so excited for the game. I mean, and the game is kind of linked to what you guys have been building in the Uplift too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like
the mythology is basically built into the Uplift and nowhere else, but somebody hasn't gotten it written yet. I don't know who that person could be.
Man, that guy should probably write more stuff. Man,
that guy's working on an idea so that blogs can write themselves, so that he can write some more stuff. Let's just put it that way.
There you go.
Yeah, Skynet is coming, it seems.
All right, well, so this is gonna add 20,000. I don't really need to do that. So let's do 0.5 EOS on that.
Well, just give me a sec. I'm sending you something now.
All right, cool. I like presents. All right, well,
I don't know how much you need.
I don't know. I'm just gonna swap. I'm getting as much LP token as I could possibly get. So
no, I got you here.
if you can fire me the 5K Boyd I need, that'll be good.
Oh, 5K.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's just pretend it was 5K then.
I mean, if you accidentally send me more, I'm not gonna say no. That's for sure.
So Jimmy, if you have a commitment now and you're gonna send too many tokens, then you're gonna get slashed. So
no, I'm okay. It's that funny thing is I don't have enough CPO to do it. So you know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to follow too. I'm gonna have to go to EOSIO powerup.io, and I'm gonna have to power up my account. You know what's great about this is that's also created by the makers of Boyd, and I'm gonna power up my account, and now I'm gonna go back to Blocks.io, and I'm gonna transfer the Boyd, and it works. I hope it totally worked. Look at that, it worked. It says I just used 2 products from the creators of Boyd in 1 minute to be able to solve a solution that isn't really usually that easy to solve. How brilliant is that?
There you go. So yeah, it says I have 50,500 over here on DeFi box, but when I try and do the commitment, it's still saying I only have 48.
Well, refresh your account. You should have more Boyd now.
Okay. Oh, you know what? That's because I'm in the wrong account. That's why.
Oh.
That's why. I'm shitting the bed on a couple different fronts here. That's what everyone should have assumed. It's Corey's fault. Yep, nailed it. All right, so at commitment, obviously everything is fine now. Balance, we're good. So hey, you can change your collateral deposit. Why would you want to do that?
So when you change your collateral, you automatically say that you're gonna hold more box age tokens.
Oh, so I could I've got 51, 40, 70 available, so I could just up that. Oh, cool. That's just as a percentage. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so you can get your daily bonus if you say that it's gonna go for longer.
Yeah. I think I'll just do 7 days on this one because I think I'm gonna get bigger ones next time.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of I want to see what the other end of this looks like. So 7 days, got all those things. Do boop boop. That's a technical term. I understand I could lose my collateral if I fail to hold the asset for the duration of the commitment. Yes, Seth explained that perfectly. Let's rock and roll. Boom, success is great. Now, is there any way to anywhere to see this? The contract I just put in? Or?
On the top status,
Uh-huh.
you have a next tab. Yeah.
Okay.
And in here, you should show your account should show in the rankings. So probably somewhere
Near the bottom.
Yeah.
Yep.
So on that screen, you can actually see that like other people have staked to their Boyd account, which will actually increase their mining per day.
Right. Yeah, I was like, I haven't been running. I'm actually gonna download the app again. I haven't been running it on this computer, and that seems kind of dumb. I should probably get on that.
Yeah, and you can actually see like on the top of the list with the max powered stake. So this is max powered stake now. Like this is.
Oh, so this is like. Oh, so like there's like a player maximum stake possible kind of situation.
Exactly.
Interesting.
And that will be used as the battery in the game for the ships.
Here's the next question. What exactly does it take to hit max powered stake? Do you know?
It changes all the time because it's like a percentage of the
but like an order
network.
of magnitude, like what would be the combination that would be the easiest thing to get to that?
Well, that's why you have the calculator and you don't have to think about
freaking smarty pants. Good point.
That's funny because like this is the kind of questions that we get all the time, and we're just like, go.
Yeah, exactly. Google it, you freaking guppy, and like Seth is totally guppying me. That's fair. I deserve that. All right, so how hard is it to get 20,000 computer power? Like I have a relatively new computer. What could I expect from that?
You might get 20,000 if it's quite powerful. You might.
And then
I think or maybe not, because from what I remember, like an i9 10th generation processor can give you around 12,000 Boyd power.
Okay.
So I don't know, like it really depends. There are many different kinds of processors. You know, it all depends from how many cores you have and what is the speed per core.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Like pretty good, apparently. I mean, I'm going to do it either way. We just can figure it out.
Yeah. So now you will be getting that Boyd power, but it's probably a good idea to also stake in the app Boyd.com. And maximize your rewards. So in commitments table, you should be able to find your commitment, and it will give you details about your commitment, when it finishes, what is the collateral, and if you got any rewards from someone slashing.
Oh, and it's looks like it's it is too. Okay, so this is all the details there. So yeah, the time was 6, 8. Oh, I should have made it at least till I got back. That was dumb. And has all those things there. So rewards. Some of these people are like rocking and rolling on their rewards. That's awesome.
So when the commitment is finished, you will get your collateral automatically back to your account.
Awesome.
So everything is automatic, just like normally you would have to claim power because it's actually an action on the contract that you have to claim. Like anyone can claim that, but we're doing that automatically. And you can see it in the table, your last power claim action. Like when was it?
I'm not really paying attention to what's going on with you guys right now because I'm reading this and I'm just wondering, it looks pretty good.
It does look pretty good.
I mean, do you want to be on our Boyd team?
Right. Yeah, Nick, call me.
Yeah, so it doesn't really like need much RAM. but like more cores is better and with higher frequency. So this one's got what? It's a AMD Ryzen 9 16 cores. Yeah, I think you should get over 20,000 Boyd power.
I like this a lot because like Uplift Nation back in the day, we had, I think for season 4, we had a pretty sweet Boyd team, and now Uplift Nation is no more. It's kind of ported into what we're doing now with Uplift Art and Legend and the Uplift World in a small kind of way as well. But like, I think it's going to be really interesting because Corey, we definitely need to do like a Boyd Void game team, and we can maybe even, I mean, a lot of our users might not be able to actually run the Boyd app, but we could maybe even be the team to beat that like has most of their Boyd power coming through the liquidity PowerPools. That might be a really cool stuff.
I mean, like, and I mean, some of us also have computers. I mean, I don't know. Let's mess it up.
No, I'm gonna say we can do both, but like for Mac users, it's sometimes difficult, and like for K-Time mobile users, it's sometimes difficult.
Sure.
So if you've ever wondered, what Boyd is, and you want to hang out, I mean, we're probably gonna do something. So come hang out with us.
So when you create a team, like when the game actually starts eventually, there's gonna be like 2 most important people, let's say, in the team, which will be the captain and vice captain, and they will be able to control something called the swarm in the game, which is like many ships on one plot, and that's only by captain or vice captain.
I think it's an interesting nomenclature here, right? Like, what is Boyd? Like, what is a Boyd? Do you want to tell that story?
What is a Boyd? Well, Boyd is the algorithm, right? So
no. Like, I mean, like there is actually like a Boyd, right? Like in nature, and it is a swarm, right?
A
like
flock of birds.
Yeah, and they usually operate as one, right? And so like this is kind of the ideology behind the Boyd app and now the Boyd game, right? Like when Seth says swarm, essentially like. You can probably have individual moves, but you're going to be most powerful as a swarm. Like it's almost like the Borg in a way, only like good, except instead of evil. It's like if I can throw that reference in there. But yeah, like go to the website and you can read what a Boyd is. So like it's cool because I like the fact that you're building this into how the gameplay works and also like how the app itself works, right? Like. Sometimes in crypto, people just pick random names, and I'm a big fan of that. But there's nothing random about this name. It's designed in the concept.
Yeah. We spent hours thinking about it. So
good job. I wasn't on that call. It would have been days.
All right. So I think I might have to get ready for this. We got a meeting with M Blue and the team here.
Yeah, I think that's got something on the go too. But I encourage you guys to all go and check this out because it's pretty interesting. And Morton, Matt, D, EOS onboarding definitely can be difficult. We're probably gonna have to revisit those tutorials again now that we have new members coming in. But there's a lot of projects that are working on social logins and things like that. So hopefully we'll get it figured out. But the nice thing about powerup.io is you don't necessarily have to sign in. You just have to have an account. And the nice thing about this is if you use Anchor Wallet or Wombat, I think it works with both, I believe.
Yeah.
So
yes.
Those are probably your 2 easiest options at present. But yeah, thanks for joining us, Seth. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for giving us the rundown of the PowerPools and setting Corey up to be a whale in yet another site because it looks like he's got. I'm not
going to be a whale, but I want to be a whale though. It does look
You're gonna
like
have to beat me. You're gonna have to beat me.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I got a long way to go, and that's exactly the way I like it. I do need to get the freaking app again, though. I still don't have it on this computer. So that's yeah. If I'm distracted in our next meeting, Jimmy, that's gonna be why.
That's all right. No worries. I mean, we work through distractions really well here. So.
Right? Yeah, Nick, I think you deserve to be in our Planet Oil with how much stuff you're building. So donate some ape there. Donate a little mining rig to Nick. Something. Get after it. All right, guys. Yeah. Let's get out of here, and we'll be back tomorrow morning. Seth, thank you so much for coming on, man. Love everything you do.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Later, Seth.
Choppy chop.